I am A.N. Patil welcoming you to the first lecture on the topic biomolecules. The name of the topic is topic number 14, biomolecules. So in the word biomolecule there are two terms, one is bio and other is molecule. Bio means related to life. Lifeless molecules which combine in specific manner to produce life are called biomolecules. They control biological reactions. I repeat once again, lifeless molecules which combine in specific manner to produce life are called biomolecules. They control or they are responsible for biological reactions. So there are some biomolecules. First one, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are cheap sources of energy. Second, proteins. Proteins are essential for the growth of animal body and for building new cells. Lipids are nothing but oils and fats. Lipids store excess energy in our body. Next, nucleic acids. Nucleic acids store genetic information. Nucleic acids store genetic information. Enzymes are biocatalysts. Enzymes are biocatalysts. Vitamins and hormones are not included in our syllabus. So some biomolecules we are going to study in this topic. So first I am going to explain carbohydrates. So look here, I write one compound C6H12O6. This compound is glucose. C6H12O6, this compound is fructose. C12H22O11, this compound is sucrose. It is known as cane sugar. It is present in sugar cane and sugar beet. So these are some carbohydrates. I write C5H10O5. This is arabinose. So first I want to tell you definition of example. I explain the definition by taking the example of C5H10O5. So look here, arabinose contains 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 carbons. Here is aldehyde group CHO. Carbon is tetravalent. At this carbon CH2 OH group is present. Here is hydrogen OH, hydrogen OH, hydrogen OH. This is the structure of arabinose. Arabinose contains OH group, one OH, second OH, third OH and fourth OH. OH group is known as hydroxy group or hydroxyl group. That means carbohydrates contain polyhydroxy groups. More than 2 OH groups are present there. And one is aldehyde group is present. This is aldehyde group. Carbohydrates contain either aldehyde group or ketonic group. So carbohydrates are defined as polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones are those compounds which give polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones on hydrolysis are called carbohydrates. I repeat once again, carbohydrates are optically active compounds. That means they contain asymmetric carbon atom. Optically active compound means they rotate the plane of plane polarized light. So these are optically active compounds. They are polyhydroxy aldehydes. Poly means many. Or polyhydroxy ketones are those compounds which produce polyhydroxy aldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones on hydrolysis. So this is about definition of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate contains only 3 elements. One is carbon, second is hydrogen, third is oxygen. Carbohydrates are formed in green plants by the process of photosynthesis. So there are only 3 elements: carbohydrate, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbohydrates are formed in green plants by the process of photosynthesis. So carbohydrate itself indicates that hydrates of carbon. This C6H12O6, I write like this: C6H2O 6 times, hydrate of carbon. Then this is sucrose. This sucrose I represent C12H22O11. This sucrose can be written like this: C12H2O11. Hydrate of carbon. Starch and cellulose are also carbohydrates. They are represented by the formula C6H10O5N times. This is starch. This starch can be written like this: C6H2O 5 times N. Sorry. You remember C6H2O 5 times N. So this is starch. But it was found that carbohydrate doesn't contain free water molecule. Carbohydrates doesn't contain free water molecule, therefore they are not hydrates of carbon. They are not hydrates of carbon. Carbohydrates are represented by the formula CxH2O Y times, hydrate of carbon. But remember, all the compounds represented by this formula are not carbohydrates. For example, here is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde has the formula HCHO. This compound can be written like this, CH2O. But this is not carbohydrate. This is not carbohydrate. One more example, acetic acid. Acetic acid, CS3COOH. The same compound can be written like this, C2H4O2, or it is can be written like this, C2H2O 2 times. This is not carbohydrate. So it was found that carbohydrates doesn't contain free water molecule. All the compounds represented by this formula are not carbohydrates. So this is about definition of carbohydrate. The next point I am going to explain, classification of carbohydrates. There are different methods used to classify carbohydrates. First, I am going to explain classification of carbohydrates based on solubility. Based on solubility. So try to understand here. Here is carbohydrates. They are classified into two types. One is called sugars and another is called non-sugars. Non-sugars. Sugars are crystalline, sweet in taste and soluble in water. Sugars are crystalline, sweet in taste and soluble in water. For example, glucose, fructose, sucrose, etc. Non-sugars, they are amorphous, tasteless and insoluble in water. Amorphous, tasteless and insoluble in water. Non-sugars are polysaccharides. Polysaccharides. And sugars are monosaccharides. Monosaccharides and oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides. So remember, sugars are crystalline, sweet and soluble in water. Non-sugars are amorphous, tasteless and insoluble in water. If it is clear, then I explain the next important point. 1 minute. So here I write carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are classified into three types. One is called monosaccharides. The second one are called oligosaccharides. And the third one are called polysaccharides. We shall discuss one by one. Monosaccharides are the basic units of carbohydrate. They cannot be hydrolyzed. They are basic units of carbohydrate and they cannot be hydrolyzed. For example, glucose, fructose, glucose, fructose, you remember only these two examples. Oligosaccharides are those carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give 2 to 10 units of monosaccharides. 2 to 10 units of monosaccharides. They are further classified like this. Disaccharides, trisaccharides and tetrasaccharides, etc. Oligosaccharides are those carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give 2 to 10 units of monosaccharides. Oligosaccharides are further classified as disaccharides, trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides. Disaccharide on hydrolysis give 2 units of monosaccharide. Trisaccharides on hydrolysis give 3 molecules of monosaccharides. And tetrasaccharide on hydrolysis give 4 units or 4 molecules of monosaccharides. These polysaccharides on hydrolysis give large number of monosaccharide units. Large number of monosaccharide units. Examples of polysaccharides are starch, which is obtained or which is present in potato, starch, cellulose, wood pulp, cellulose is present in wood pulp, starch, cellulose, glycogen. These are represented by the formula C6H10O5 N times. These are polymers C6H10O5N. So remember, carbohydrates which on hydrolysis give large number of monosaccharides are called polysaccharides. Starch, cellulose and glycogen are the examples of polysaccharides. If it is clear, then we are going to study these compounds in details. So first, I represent here monosaccharides. Then disaccharides. Then trisaccharides. And after that, tetrasaccharides. So monosaccharides are C6H12O6. They contain either aldehyde group or ketonic group. Glucose and fructose have same molecular formula. They are functional isomers. In glucose, aldehyde group is present, whereas in fructose, ketonic group is present. So this compound can be written like this: C6H2O 6 times. H2O 6 times. How to represent disaccharide? C12 represent one molecule of water less. C12H2O11 याच्यात डबल लिहायचं आणि वॉटरचा मोलेक्यूल एक न कमी करायचा. म्हणजे याचा फॉर्म्युला काय होईल? C12H22O11. हे सुक्रोज, माल्टोज आणि लॅक्टोज अशा आहेत. ट्रायसॅकॅराइडचा फॉर्म्युला कसा लिहायचा? याच्यात तिप्पट कार्बन 3 युनिट्स याचे असतात. C18 H2O वॉटरचे मोलेक्यूल 2 न कमी करायचे 16. म्हणजे याचा फॉर्म्युला होईल C18H32O16. C18H32O16. It is clear? टेट्रासॅकॅराइडचा फॉर्म्युला कसा लिहायचा पा? याच्या चौपट कार्बनची संख्या C24. वॉटरची संख्या 3 न कमी करायची 21. So the formula becomes C24H42O21. So remember, monosaccharide do not undergo hydrolysis. Disaccharide on hydrolysis give 2 units of monosaccharide. Trisaccharide on hydrolysis give 3 units of monosaccharide, and tetrasaccharide on hydrolysis give 4 units of monosaccharide. The example of trisaccharide is raffinose. And example of tetrasaccharide is stachys. Tetrasaccharide is stachys. So these are monosaccharides, disaccharides, trisaccharides and tetrasaccharides. In this way their formula can be written. So I write here the example of sucrose. Sucrose undergoes hydrolysis. Sucrose is disaccharide, therefore on hydrolysis they give 2 molecules of monosaccharide. One is glucose and other is fructose. Then maltose. Maltose is disaccharide. On hydrolysis it give 1 molecule of glucose and another molecule of glucose. That means maltose on hydrolysis give 2 molecules of glucose. I take the example of lactose, which is present in milk. Lactose on hydrolysis give 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of galactose. So disaccharides on hydrolysis give 2 units of monosaccharides. Then I take the example of raffinose. Raffinose is trisaccharide. That means it on hydrolysis give 3 monosaccharide units. One is glucose, another is fructose and third is galactose. So this is about raffinose. Then stachys. Tell me how many monosaccharides are produced. This is the example of tetrasaccharide. Tetrasaccharide on hydrolysis yield 4 molecules of monosaccharides. Therefore, one is glucose, another is fructose, third is galactose and fourth one is also galactose. So in this video we saw what are biomolecules, different types of biomolecules, definition of carbohydrate, classification of carbohydrate and their hydrolysis products. So this is our first lecture. So thanks for watching up to the end. Thank you so much.